Hey guys, it's Aiko. I'm an American English pronunciation coach and business coach based in Hawaii. So I am inviting one of my clients to this show today in this episode, and I'm gonna ask her her experience of taking my group coaching. So, Reina san, welcome to my show. Thank you very much for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me today. I'd like to try to talk in English as much as possible, but when I can't explain it in English, I will switch to Japanese. So thank you, Aiko-san, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. I'm really excited, but at the same time, I'm so nervous. My hands and voice are shaking, just like when you applied for TED. Oh, by the way, congratulations on TED. You passed the first screening, right? Oh, congratulations. So, anyway, my name is Reina Watanabe. I'm teaching English to young learners as a home teacher in Fukuoka, Japan. And I finished Aiko-san's group coaching last year, and I'm now taking her private coaching. Thank you.
So welcome, Reina-san. I totally feel that like it's okay that your voice is shaking or your body is shaking. I always get that, right? But that means you're doing something scary. And I always tell my clients, hey, do something scary, right? So you are doing it. So I'm super happy that you are stepping out of your comfort zone like this. And I thank you for your words about TEDx. Yes, so I applied for it. When I was applying for it, I was using my phone to type my information on the application form, and then my hands were literally like moving. And then my phone is so small, right? So it was like I couldn't hold my phone because my hands were so shaking. So that was so funny. And then that was a great experience for me because I'm like, oh wow, I am scared of doing this. So that gave me a lot of experience. And then I was like, I passed the first screening. And that was crazy. So that was a great experience for me. So I'm waiting for the results for the second screening right now. So I'm like trembling, shaking, and waiting for the results. Anyway, so thank you very much for your introduction. And then yes, so you took my group coaching and then you're taking my private coaching right now. So my question first is, how was your English before taking my group coaching?
Oh, before taking your coaching, I think I was not responsible for the sounds that I created. So for example, the word responsible, I was mixing up L and R. This is still happening though, and consonants and vowels were not clear. But I think the biggest problem was I had thought that my pronunciation is acceptable and understandable. So when I was told by Aiko-san that I don't understand your English, I don't know what it is, I don't know what you're talking about, I thought, why? Because I said a whole sentence, I said a full sentence. You will know the meaning from the context. I thought like this. But every time I was told that I don't understand your English over and over and over again, I realized that I have to change my mindset that I had faced my pronunciation. And since then, I began to focus on articulating every single sound, which Aiko-san always says to us.
Thank you, Reina-san. I remember that I kept saying it because I'm like, you were skipping so many sounds, and I'm like, I wish I could understand, but I don't. So I was like, how do I tell her about this? Right? Because like me being in the US, it's like it's hardly It hardly happens to have someone that point out my pronunciation, right? So no one really tells me about like how I should change my pronunciation or something like that, right? Because they don't want to hurt my feeling or something like that. So I don't do that in the street, right? But when I don't do it, like Reina-san, I do this for you because you're my client.
Really? You won't do that? In the street?
I don't do it, right? Like whenever I talk to someone in the street and if I don't understand it, I just pretend like I understand it and I don't say anything about that person's pronunciation, right? So that's how I am normally. But for people who pay me and they ask me to check their pronunciation, so I do my best to do it because I know that no one will tell them, right? In daily life, no one will tell you about your pronunciation. So that's why having a pronunciation coach is very important. I mean, in my opinion. So you did that. So that's good. So how would you maybe can you speak like how you were speaking before and how you're speaking now? Can you go back to how you were speaking English before?
Maybe my voice was so weak and very thin and very high pitched. Like I use my high pitched voice because when I talk to the very young learners, like 3 or 4 or 5-year-old kids, I use the high pitched voice, but I think the quality has changed. So before I was using like, hello, my name is Reina, what's your name? Those kind of thing. But now, hello, my name is Reina, what's your name? This kind of change.
The impression is very different because the latter one is more professional. You look more like an educator.
Oh.
So that's good. Wow. So yeah, so okay, so when you started taking my group coaching, how were you able to change? How did you see your changes in your pronunciation or in your mindset?
As I said earlier, because I have thought that my pronunciation is okay, but every time I was told by Aiko-san that I don't understand your English, besides your feedback was kind of severe. I wanted to cover my ears. I don't want to listen. I don't want to listen. But gradually, I realized that this is me. This is the reality. This is what I am. And I have to change. I have to change my mindset. And since then, as I take your coaching, I learned from the basic, like facial, the muscle training, breathing, and intonation, rhythm, linking the differences between clear pronunciation and actual pronunciation. Actual pronunciation. Sorry, I forgot that. But many things, and I learned how to listen to the sound by practicing words like 20 times as slower than I usually do, 20 times as louder as I usually do, and then I noticed that I have to change. So my starting point was not when I thought I want to improve my pronunciation, but when I thought I have to change. I think that was my starting point, and I could have a mindset that I have to change.
I love it. I love it. And then as you learned all the like pronunciation rules like rhythm, intonation, breathing, and stress patterns, consonants, vowels, your pronunciation is so much clearer now, right? But you still want to improve more. That's why you decided to take my private coaching, right?
That's right.
So,
That's right.
but now, like as I said yesterday in the private coaching session, I gave you some tip and you were able to change it right away. That's because you already have a solid foundation, right? So how do you feel like that? Do you feel like you have good basics already? Good
Oh.
foundation of pronunciation now from the group coaching?
Oh, by the way, Aiko-san, thank you for your comment, because I didn't recognize that I had improved a lot because the assignment in group coaching was very, very, very I tried my best, but after submitting my final assignment, maybe homework 12, a week 12 homework, I tried my best, but when I reviewed my recording, I thought, oh no, this consonant is not clear. These vowels were wrong. I tried my best, but I found that this is not my goal that I want to achieve, I want to get. But now I know how I should fix it, how I should correct it, because I learned how to do it from group coaching. And I haven't got the level that I want to get. So I really wanted to take your private coaching so that I can reach the goal I wanted to go.
I am so happy to be surrounded by people like you, because I always get really amazed by how my clients, like you just said, you improved a lot already. You got some basics down, but you think you can go higher, and then you decided to go higher, right? So I am so happy to be surrounded by a person like you. So wow, thank you very much for sharing that. It's good to have high standards for yourself, because we can achieve anything if we think we can do it, right? So you are doing it. So yes, you are taking my private coaching now to improve more. But at this point, do you feel that you are able to articulate what you want to say, how you want to say in English conversations? Do you see any changes before and after taking group coaching?
So after paying attention to each sound, I noticed that the more I do that way, the more I can hear sounds, especially the verb tense, like present perfect or perfect. I forgot how to say it. 現在完了形とかそういうものとか、and function words like article or prepositions. And these were what I was not good at using because I couldn't hear them. But now become much easier for me to use them because I can hear them. So before, when I listen to English, because there were lots of sounds I couldn't hear, so I connected the words that I could understand and got a whole meaning. But the information I got by doing this was not always correct, was not accurate. But now, because I can hear more sound, so when I listen to English, I can understand it as it is because the information from my ears got much accurate. I think this is a big difference.
Wow, this is good. Yeah, I hear that you use the, and you add plural s, like words, sounds like that. I can see that you're paying attention to the grammar too. And then it's coming from your listening ability being better. Yes, I actually experienced that too on my own too before. So yeah, I see that when our pronunciation becomes better, we can pick up more sounds and then we can learn a lot from listening, right? So that's good. You're having like great, like really effective improvement right now. Yeah, awesome. So now that's wow. By the way, so far you are sharing so much, like so many great stories about, you know, how you changed your mindset, how you improved, and how you see the changes that you are experiencing. So my last question would be, who do you recommend my group coaching to?
Oh, yeah. Aiko-san, there is one quote that I always say to myself after I wake up. It's the Mahatma Gandhi's famous quote. It's live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you live as if you were to live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. And this is coincidentally, Aiko-san gave me as a good luck word when we first met, when we had a first lesson or first Zoom meeting. And Aiko-san's course is for the advanced learners, but I know I haven't reached that level. But when I applied for the group coaching, I typed in that I haven't reached the advanced level, which is required for the group course, but I like to work hard. This is not only just me, but also for my students. So I want to work hard. And then Aiko-san accepted me. And I have been having a fruitful time with wonderful classmates. So I would say that I would recommend to people who want to improve themselves and empathize with that Gandhi's famous quote.
I really, really love the quote. It is so beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, so I am super happy to hear that. Also, you're very, very humble. I mean, you know, your level is actually really high, but you just don't see that as a high point because your standards are high, maybe. So that's why you're so humble and then you practice a lot. And that's why you improve a lot.
Oh, thanks.
So I really admire your mindset, your personality, and then this is so good. So another question would be, who do you not recommend my coaching to?
I would say nobody, because if the person has no passion or this doesn't have open-minded heart, but as he or she take your course, he or she will definitely change their minds and get a result. So I would say nobody.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't expect that kind of answer, but yeah, yes, that's really interesting because everyone has potential, right? Everyone has potential and possibilities. We can always change our futures if we want to. We can always improve something. You can always go higher. So I really love that answer because anyone can improve anything, and it is possible for everyone to improve his or her pronunciation. So thank you for the answer. So okay, so well, thank you very much for answering all the questions and then sharing your experience. So before we go, do you have anything that you want to share?
Oh, no. So before I go, thank you for Aiko-san for giving me such a wonderful opportunities. I can learn not only improving pronunciation, but also I learned how to get there, the way how to get there. This is a very important for me. So I think I'm so glad to be able to meet you.
Thank you, Reina-san. I love it. So when you experience that you can improve your pronunciation, you feel like you will gain confidence to say, hey, I can improve this too. I can do this too. I can do this too. So your life will start changing. So I started seeing that in my clients, and then definitely, Reina-san, you're one of them. So thank you very much for showing me the possibilities that we have. So I am so happy that I was able to talk with you today. And then thank you very much for sharing your experience, Reina-san. Thank you.
Thank you.